Great things come to those who wait. Good evening, everyone. Yes. It's we're here. I don't know what happened there, but I had to do a quick reboot of the old router. I actually did a reboot the other day when I came home. It's one of the first things I do when I come back off holiday is to go in and switch the router off and on and off, because for some reason it didn't work. Probably we're on a different stream key now, I would imagine, so we won't be on the original one, I don't think. Can you? I don't think you can reawake them, can you? Maybe, no. I don't know. Yeah. No.
I used to do 2 at a time.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. And I couldn't manage 1 at a time. So good evening, everyone. Nice to see you all. It's giveaway, members giveaway today. So we're going to give some memberships away to some lovely, well, very extremely lucky people. You don't get any benefits for it whatsoever, but we will give some away. And it'll probably give them to people who we can't remember.
that aren't here.
Yeah. But obviously with no control whatsoever over who they go out to. We're guessing that your name's Stephen Devriseur. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or actually put in chat, break it down into syllables so we can actually say it. We'll be the first people who can actually say it. Anyway, good evening, Neil Pitts.
Maybe.
Derriere. I don't know.
Yes.
Probably.
No.
I bet he's never heard that before.
Probably not.
Good evening, Neil Pitts. Good evening, Cloud Chucker. We love you. Good evening, Chris Earl. We love you. Good evening, Cloud Chucker, with your member for 10 months. We love you, love you. Love you twice. Good evening, Matt Polly. Hopefully you'll be a member in a minute. Good evening, Stephen Devriseur. We love you. Good evening, Connor Smith. We love you. Good evening, Mr. Intense. Grrr. We would love you if you spent $1.99 a month. Good evening, Connor Smith. We love you. I would have done that. Good evening, Cloud Chucker again. That's 3 mentions. We love you.
Yeah.
And that's it. We're done. So that's everyone. So
yes,
everybody's
Matt
outside enjoying the rain.
Loved is a unique channel benefit. Yes,
it is. Of course, it is. I'll tell you where
really
it started.
Mean it.
How it all started.
Like so happy Deversary.
Oh. Hello, Bunny. We love you.
Yes, Miss Ultim.
Miss Ultim. She's in. I saw her again at Expo Built. Fabulous. She looked fabulous. She smelled fabulous. And she is fabulous.
Well, she smells really good in chat too, though.
Oh yeah. A finer smelling bunny. There you go, Matt Polly. And Neil Pitts.
Jonathan Joker.
Ooh, CC Cole's got another one. And Anthony Hart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Mr. Intense didn't get one. Bless him. Anyway, congratulations, you lucky people. You don't get much for it, but you know, it's all nice, isn't it? In it.
Better than winning the lottery.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we've so much to talk about, Bill.
We love you. Yeah.
With so much to talk about, I've had a new audio box. It packed up, so I sent it off, and the guy said there's nothing wrong with it, and he says we're sending it off to the manufacturers, and they'll tell you the same. Well, he said no, they'll tell you if there's anything wrong with it or not, and they just sent me a new one. It was the Bailey smell. It's very nice, that, to be honest. Then obviously I've been away on holiday, and I've come back. I predicted it. I'm not telling. If I knew them, Matt, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Would it really? No. Don't give money away. Don't give money away. Don't give me any money. Oh, bless you.
Says because
Thank you very
I
much.
can.
Well, yeah, I can't stop you. I don't want people to give me money. Cloud Chucker gave me a trilogy at the expo, and I gave him a fine bottle of Posh Vape View, and he hasn't done a review on it yet, so I don't know if it's going to be any good. Next time you go on vacation, you need a couple of cameras you can hide in. Yeah, you know, you're not the first person to have said that since it happened. And they are very, very cheap on Amazon. You can put a microscopic camera just under some blankets sticking out and that would be a lovely thing, wouldn't it, when somebody ripped you off and you'd be able to go back and say, "Here, Mr. Policeman, here's the maid taking all the money out the safe."
Yeah.
Would you like? Do you want to lock her up, or do you want me to deal with her?
This is me last night when I was drunk and forgetting that I took the money and put it somewhere so no one would take it.
That wouldn't be a bad thing, would it? I'll tell you what, I wish I had done. I could have then gone and got it back, wouldn't I? Because usually after a few days, even when I've been at my worstest, I usually remember, because it's like you get up in the morning and you think, she seems a bit quiet. And then the next day you think, she's all right today, but she was a bit quiet yesterday. And then it gets about 3 or 4 days after you think, oh no, now I remember why she was quiet. When you've been married for 40 years, you can just go, "I'm sorry about that." And she'll go, "You're all right." Suppose if you've been married...
Nothing new.
Vapor Bunny, Mick, I'm using the Blaze Solo RDA that you gave me at Expo. You like it? No, I didn't like it. Didn't get on with it at all. It weren't warm enough for me, to be honest. Mike also gave me the Cross 4. I said, "You keep it, Mike." He says, No. He said, "I've just got given it." I went to the Vaporesso and said, "Have you got
3 mini?"
I've got the got that one, which is, I mean, they're the same colour and basically the same height. But that pod won't fit in there. That's the... I don't know what that one is.
I don't know whether or not the mini is...
Yeah, that would. That definitely would. Yeah, the pods aren't any different. That would fit straight in there, that one. That was one that came through from Vaporesso when they used to send stuff out for review.
I'll tell you what, I've been doing strictly sub-ohms here for a while now.
Have you?
And I've been tracking the coils.
Yeah.
Right? So I pick up
no arbiters.
These Keep Bait coils.
Yeah.
They're like 0.15 XM coils. All right.
Yeah.
And I vape constantly on these 2 months.
Yeah.
All right. And the one coil I put in on the 25th, and I had to change on the 5th. So I got 11 days out of that one. That was out of the P tank here. Yeah. And then the other coil I put in on the 26th of last month, and that's in here, and it's still going.
Wow. This one's been in here 2 weeks. This is the eye tank from Vaporesso. And I think I bought 0.2s. And this one has been stood for 2 weeks with the same juice in. Well, all the time I've been away on holiday, and I came back and I just picked it up and started tooting on it just the same as I did before I went away.
Well, I said this one here, I don't know how many puffs or whatever I've had on it, but trust me, these are the only 2 I'm using, and I'm vaping on them 24/7, basically. Well, unless I'm sleeping or in the shower. And it's not like they just sat there, you know.
No, that's right.
And so technically I'm thinking, hell, you know, I'm paying about $3 for a coil. If I can pay $3 for a coil and get 2-3 weeks out of it, then
what's the point?
Good. Yeah. I just pop it in, go. I don't have to wick. I don't have to do nothing. Yeah. I just got lazy.
Well, I ain't been very well. I got this bug before I went away, and I've still got it. Got the coughing and that. So I've been using this Vaporesso and a mouth to lung. I didn't do it. I ain't done any sub-ohm vaping or any mech vaping at all for 2 weeks. And I've got on really, really well with this. I just that.
Yeah, I use this. I mean, I took it today golfing with me along with this one, but I mainly vape this. But I said, done great.
So you could sort of understand. You can understand that, why people aren't bothering with rebuildables, because it's.
Well, they have gotten to the point now. I mean, if you went back to when I first started vaping, then a sub-ohm coil, first off, wouldn't last you very damn long. And the second thing was you couldn't get very good flavor out of.
No.
But these little suckers here, they don't look like they ought to put out very good flavor, but they do fine. I mean,
Matt Polly's just said
my own juice.
Well, that's right. Yeah, Matt Polly's just said those Geek Vape coils, the 0.4 ohms, lasted me nearly a month, and gave me my first Nick rush in a long time when I got the Z tank. They were. Yeah, I can't say that because the love out's in the way.
Yeah, I don't have. As far as Nick goes, got my own stuff in it, and I think these are 0.75 Nick. I'm not even 1 milligram.
Bloody hell. You've got enough to last you 40 years now, then. I bought 3 litres of nicotine, and I'm still on the first one that I bought a year and a half ago. It was one of them things where I was getting a bit panicky because the government here was starting to play up. And
I told the guy. Yeah, I told the guy that I make the juice for today. As a matter of fact, he was mowing up above number 4 while we were playing it. I stopped over and I looked at him. I said, by the way, if you happen to go buy some juice, make sure you get 3 milligram and hit it real light. I said, because for the last 6 months, you've been vaping 2 milligram. He says, oh, really? I said, yeah. He said, well, what was I vaping before? I said, well, when you first started with me, you were doing 6. And I said, I made it 6. I said, I tried it and I about coughed my head off. I said, you've been doing 2 milligram for the last 6 months. So I said, if you do get it, get 3 and hit it very lightly because it's going to kick your butt.
Are you still making him juice?
Yeah.
Ah, good.
No, Connor, I don't actually vape a whole hell of a lot more. I pretty much vape the same. As the thing is, the key is I vaped a ton before, and once you vape a lot, you can't vape a lot and then add on to it because you already vape a lot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If you vaped all day anyway, you're only. Well, I knocked 2 milligram off mouth to lung, and I just chugged all day non-stop, and it wasn't doing me any good at all.
Yeah.
So I decided then I would put it back up to 12, and I've just left it at 12. So I do 12 and 3. I can't do 6 in the sub-ohm; it's too strong for me. But I can do. How long does that last you?
200 mil. I've got 120 mil still left in it, and that's been a month that I've been going at that so far. So, and
it's good, isn't it?
Plus I have. That would be that and this bottle. Now, this one wasn't that full. I got another one back here because they're not made at the same time. But I would guess in a month's time, I've gone through probably 200 mil.
Yeah. In the last 2 weeks, I've gone through, in mouth to lung, probably 50 in mouth to lung. Probably not even 50, maybe 40. Oh, no, maybe a bit more because I had some Eisenberg as well. When I first went across there with this, because the pod in this lasted 3... Mike gave me it at Expo. I started vaping it as soon as I got back, and that pod lasted 3 weeks. And then I changed it over to this as my cough went away, and I've now been vaping it just over a week.
I don't know how long this one's lasted. I bought 3 of them, I think, or whatever's in this pack. 3 of them, I think. Yeah, and I still got 2 left. Nope, there's 4 of them. I've still got 3 left.
Wow.
And I think this would have been probably a couple of months, but I don't hit this thing near as much as those 2. Yeah.
So no arbiters at all. They're up there, parked up, cleaned out, ready.
Not at the moment. They're just sitting up there waiting because, like I said, I just got to the point where popping in a coil, and it lasted me for a couple 3 weeks. Yeah. Then it's it's a whole lot easier than
you do change, don't you? I think you do change.
And doing whatever else.
Yeah, you do change.
Yeah, I'll probably throw in an arbiter, some point, and, pop a couple in and go back to hitting it. And I may end up saying, wow, this is a whole lot better. I forgot how great this was. And these weren't, but these do fine, so.
Yeah, that's it. I think the
got
other thing
into
as well,
lazinessville.
But it's I don't think it is laziness, is it? If it suits you, doesn't it? Is John the Vaping Joker in? Did I say hello to him? Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, and we love you as well, obviously. Arnie S, good evening to you.
S.
Nice to see you. Neil Pitt says, Mick tried 6 in... I can't do Nick salts. It make me sneeze and make me throat bad. And I really
Nicky
just can't do it.
I don't think we've said.
Did we say hello to Nicky Maynard? We love you.
I don't believe so. Yeah.
We've got quite a few members again now, which is nice to see. It's lovely. Just pays for the Zoom room, even though we don't use it. We might use it later and invite a few in.
Yeah.
Graham's fault.
Graham's fault because basically we were using it, but then Graham come in, smelled the place up, and it took forever to get it fumigated and get that smell out of there.
Now you never see him. He's just there making music on AI and crying.
He just comes in, stinks up your Zoom room, and goes. That's basically all it is.
Sobbing into a silk handkerchief in full goth drama fashion. It's a black one as well, black handkerchief, because that's what goths do.
Yes.
And then threatens to kill himself on a regular basis. And that's it, really. And in between that, he keeps, hey, Mr. Hankey, how you doing? Nice to see you. You've missed the free membership. Shall we do the other 5? Now we've got a few more
HP.
in. Let's get rid of them. Let's get rid of these members. No, not members, memberships.
Yeah.
Membership gifting. Are you ready? Get ready for another 5. 1, 2, 3.
Ready for
Boo! 5. Somebody you've never heard of. Nope.
Hanky Panky. That's the
Paul Inchliff, he's got one as well. Frankie Jazz.
Andy C.
Andy C, Big Andy. And Adam from... so we actually knew everybody on that one.
Yeah. Adam from...
Adam the singer.
Yeah.
The extremely good singer as well.
Right. From...
there you go.
Tim?
Advocate for Liberty's chap.
Yes.
Okay, what's it? Well, the 55,000 mixing shows that Tim does.
Yes.
That's the what?
55,001 now, from what I understand. No,
yes. Yeah, you need to be back on the UK liquid mixing show at some point. It's a good time if you're at home alone.
Well, it's this week. I will be, but so basically, and then the other thing is we got 10% chance of rain every day this week, and temperatures in the 70s and 80s every day this week. So I golfed today. It was really nice, and I could have probably done an extra 9, but I came back and did this. But it's
right. So the first time you've been on for 2 months, and then you could have played another 9.
Yeah, we did scramble. We do a scramble on Monday and Thursday. So you play, it's like 48 of us, and you draw teams and play.
Yeah.
And then after the scramble, a lot of times guys will hang around and say, hey, you want to do another 9? And you just go do your own ball. Then you're not playing on like a team type thing. But basically, I haven't been physically up to doing that. Today was probably the first day I would have been physically up to doing it.
I mean, you got to come and do this vape show. The failed one.
It wasn't. I've got we're out tomorrow morning at 9:30, the next day at 9:30, Thursday at 9:30, and Friday at 8 o'clock. Is what tee times are right now. If anybody's wanting to join us, those are the tee times.
Cloud Chuck will be
first
over.
4 days will be at Dix River Golf Course, and Friday will be at Thoroughbred Golf Course. So
we'll send. I think Cloud Chuck likes a bit of golf, doesn't he?
I think so.
I think he does, yeah. Anyway, Hanky Panky, we love you.
We don't really, Hanky. Don't say that to Hanky. That
Chris Earl, he's got a membership as well. Bloody hell, God. The things we give away.
With Hanky, if you tell him you love him, you may wake up tonight in bed and look over, and he's like, well, you said you loved me. So
you should have seen
I'm
him.
not telling Hanky.
I'll tell you what, we went to the expo, and what the fun we had, honestly. What a nice bunch of people to spend time with and get drunk with. And Steve is one of the funniest people in real life. Just a lot funnier than he is on the internet. He's just a naturally funny guy.
Well, I would hope, because he's not funny at all on the internet.
And Connor, I get on. Connor's a lovely guy, and you sort of realise the struggles of somebody who's partially sighted as what Connor is. And your heart goes out to Dusty Country Road. Nice to see you. And your heart goes out to him how he actually manages to do everything we do, and he's got 6% sight in one eye. And we've become good friends. He's a lovely lad. Luke, he's a real nice guy. That bloody Benny bloke, I still never forgive him for getting me to buy them shit bottles off iBottle. But it was nice without Graham as well, being drunk all over the place. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, on the 90s, but it's weekend you're talking about. I don't do golf on the weekends much.
Right.
90s, the ball travels farther. Yeah.
Does it really?
It does. And heat, yes. Yeah. You get two things. If it gets hot enough, in the hot air, the ball will actually travel farther in the air. But then the other thing about it is after a while, it bakes the ground and it gets real hard. So it bounces and rolls farther, too. So summertime golf, you can get so much more out of. Yeah.
That's the reason, obviously, with the golf tour, that's the reason we've been sponsored by Bill's Balls.
Yes.
I did have a bit, I did have an American sort of thing to go with that. You'll always play better if you play with Bill's Balls. Something like that, I can't remember.
But wait, there's more.
Yes, for another $150 value. John Paul Glasgow, nice to see you. I'm getting a bit mixed up with this now. Anybody else? Yeah, I don't know when the weather's going to come here, but do you know what? There's one for you. I had a guy around today. I'm having air conditioning fitted in my office.
Yeah.
So those days, like we have about 5 or 6 weeks where it gets that intensely warm up here, I'm going to have air conditioning in here. And then when it gets intensely cold in the winter, I'm going to also have the same thing, can do the heating as well, can it? So.
You said in my office. I thought you just meant in the cab.
No. I've got it in there anyway. No, in here.
I was going to say, I thought you had AC in that.
Have I spoke to you since I got a different cab?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I just got it.
I think I just got Skoda again.
Yeah, I went back to the Skoda.
I got the new Dreamer clutch Mick the other day. See, that kind of confuses me because the Dreamer clutch, because I've got the clutch.
You see. It's the button.
There's the clutch. Now, how is the Dreamer and the clutch? Because one of them's square, one of them's round, but when they show them, I don't see a square and a round. I just see a round. So
you need to look at Mr. Vaping Bogan. He takes one apart. The clutch is actually the switch. The idea of the switch, it's broken up into 3 or 4 pieces and then wrapped round with something. So the idea being, when you press it in, you can actually make it contact. So if you press one side of the button, it'll still contact the clutch thing. Because I wondered about that. I thought, what's all this about? And then Vaping Bogan did a thing about it.
I saw Tim did a thing where he showed the stack.
Tim did one as well,
one half white and one half black, and then showed the button and all the other shit. But I thought, where's the clutch? Because I didn't see any square boxes in there at all, and the clutch is square.
No, that's why I wondered. I kept thinking what they're on about, this Dreamer clutch. And it's on about the same price point as what did you get? I've got the
heavy hitter.
Yeah, bit less than that.
What
about
I'm
60.
saying is I thought that when Tim was talking about it, or Advocate for Liberty was talking about it, that he said something about the heavy hitter.
Yeah, about same price point.
Maybe he was talking about the button.
No, button's not the same at all. No. It'd be worth watching if you go back and look at Bogan's thing. He'll show you all about it. And I think I can't remember what he did. He did something to.
He even says there was a clutch on the old broadside Mick too.
Yeah, that's what. Good evening, Stephen. Not seen you before, must admit. Stephen Dawson, lovely to see you. Poxy ads. Oh, is it for manscaping? It's the only way we can make any money, Nicky. I've got to make a living.
I don't get them, so I've got.
Matt Waits, good evening.
Finally broke down and just got YouTube because what I ended up doing is I cut the cord on the TV.
Yeah, what did she think about that then? Or have you got rid of her as well?
Oh, she doesn't have any problem with it at all because we still get all the shit that she watched because all she watches was old shows from like way back.
Yeah.
And you get like with the TV, like if you got a smart TV, you don't even have to have cable or anything. You got a smart TV, you get like 250 channels.
Right. Yeah, we don't really.
But they're all like real old crap and stuff, like Andy Griffith and shit back from the 60s and 70s. But that's what she was watching even when we had whatever she wanted to watch. So I'm thinking, why am I paying for all this shit that she doesn't watch anyhow, and I don't watch any of it?
Nope.
So I told her, I said, we'll just do that. So basically, yeah, the cable bill went from like $200 down to like $60.
There you go. So you've spent out on some YouTube. Good evening, Mr. Hinchcliffe. We love you. You've got a free membership. Yeah, well, you might as well then. Might as well use a bit of that money. It is a lot better.
Like I said, you can do the I just went up and bought like a $20 antenna, hooked it in to get the local channels, so you can get the weather or whatever else you need if you want to watch those, and then the rest of the shit you can just kind of thumb through. And she's got YouTube on there, so if she wants to come through, so I told her, I said, what I'll do is I'll just get YouTube Premium, so if you're thumbing through on YouTube, you don't get any commercials, you can just watch. So.
She might be watching this.
No, I think they're on their way between Vegas and LA right now. So
on an airplane, you can't get YouTube on.
No, they flew to Vegas, then they rented a car in Vegas. They're driving to LA, and then they're going to stay at LA for a while, then drive back to Vegas and fly back. Because there's a direct flight from here to Vegas.
Right.
And so
has she spent a little bit of time in Vegas? Did she spend a bit of time in Vegas?
I think they only spent last night and part of today in there, and then they'll spend the last day there. But most of the times, it's basically the granddaughter she graduated high school and she was told, where do you want to go? And she was like, I want to go to LA. So
wow,
they just basically took off, and it's a nonstop flight from here to Vegas, and it was a whole lot cheaper to fly here to Vegas than it was to go the other route. They were going to need a car there anyhow. It's like about a 3-4 hour drive from Vegas over, so it's not really that far.
Yeah.
So it's driving it.
3 or 4 hours is not that far. That's like me. I could get to London and halfway back in about 4 hours.
Yeah, I don't even know who Sergeant Bill Pill is, Mr. Intense. So
you do.
I don't watch anything, to be honest with you.
Well, it was somebody put who the actor was. Sergeant Bilko was a really old one, like MASH era.
Yeah, I don't. Was that on? It was probably a UK thing. Yeah, I've never heard of Sergeant Bilko.
It was an American guy. Somebody will tell you it was. Yeah. Tell him to Google it.
I may have to. I'll take a look.
Are you going to do it on your premium?
Yeah, I'll do it. No, I'm just going to do it here. I'll do it and see what it comes up with.
Phil Silvers, was it?
If it comes up, it's Bilko for one thing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Was it Phil Silvers they called him?
All right. So, yeah, Phil Silvers.
There you go.
But I don't ever remember. I know who that guy is. I've seen that face and that look. But then it's got Steve Martin. I guess he must have done it later.
I don't know.
1996 comedy Family or something.
Yeah, no, this was like 50s, 60s.
I remember the guy, but the other guy I thought was on like Phil Silvers. I thought he was like on Hogan's. No, not what was the name of the one that Tim Conway was on? McHale's Navy. Yeah.
I don't know. I can just remember it being over here. It was a lot of canned laughter and.
I think he was on McHale's Navy.
It was one of them. Yeah, it must have been early 70s.
I haven't watched a TV show, including news, any kind of TV show, in probably 3-4 years. I mean,
This was the 70s, though, Bill.
Yeah, I don't watch anything.
No, I don't really.
I reckon Bill watches, so it's not watched.
Sergeant Bilko, yeah. Spelt wrongly, Mr. Intense, sorry.
Yeah, and it's Bilko.
It was in your favourite hippie days. Yeah, that's when it'd be. You have seen it, but you've not seen it. Hanky Panky. Bill, have you seen my porno channel?
Seen my porno channel, yes. Well,
you
first off, Hanky, for legal reasons, I have to say no.
Yeah. And can you make it so you don't share his credit card details again? It gets really embarrassing. One of the funniest things was Lloyd from Vapor Bay. Anki was dressed very, very funny. He got like a fake pair of pants. Oh, funny. So funny. And he's chasing. I didn't realise that Lloyd's not a massive guy. And Anki's chasing him around the expo trying to kiss him. And Lloyd's like. He says, Lloyd, where you going? He says, come back. I just fancy a quick something. I'm not going to say what it is over here. And Lloyd's going, no.
That's why I told you can't say I love you to him because he'll wake up in bed with it. That's right. What it comes down to.
That's right. And it is a funny thing. It's not funny that Anki's type 1 diabetic, but he orders a beer. And with my accent, apparently from here to Birmingham, it's a completely different accent. And I ordered a Coors, and she come with a pint of full-fat Coke. just what you need. And so I said, that's not mine. I said, mine's a beer. And she put it down like, so that meant that Steve ended up with a full-fat Coke. Anyway, he says, I can't really have that. I'm type 1 diabetic. She said, it's not yours, it's his. I said, Coors. Oh, she said, it's your accent. Anyway, she come back with a beer after that. And then the next time, anyway, next time she walked past, Steve says, excuse me, love, I ordered a Coke. But they were right up for a good laugh. They'd obviously dealt with groups of people before like that had had a drink. They were really good fun.
Assholes.
Yeah, assholes.
Assholes before.
Yeah, it was funny. And they all ordered. Benny ordered one, and Steve ordered a steak. And Connor ordered one, and it was still mooing when it came. And I just ordered mine like medium rare. And then Benny and Steve ordered them. I think it was Benny and Steve. They ordered. They were well done. And you don't do that to a steak. And anyway, this lady, she was joining in. She said, "I agree with you." She said, "You don't do that to a steak."
Didn't put ketchup on it or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah, I'm a connoisseur. I like a fillet steak well done, please. Can you bring the ketchup? You should be thrown out of a restaurant, shouldn't you, for that? It was a good laugh. We ended up sat outside drinking out of Shrek's car bar. Cloud Chucker donated 20 quid and get some beers. So I got 20 beers for 20 quid out of Shrek's car bar and then gave them all out to the people that had been with us. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. So much beer was drank and then I came home. So that was that. But it's good. I can't go in October. I really wish I could because it's great fun just to get with the people you've been talking to in these chats and people all sorts of things.
Best what I saw lately is when you put on YouTube yesterday or on Facebook yesterday that you were back at work and everybody thought you were whining about it. You're like, no, I was just trying to tell the customers I was back.
Yeah, what's it? Yeah. Well, back at work. Like, I'm back at work. Yeah, my granddaughter's like, oh, okay, poor old
Mick,
you.
You can do it. Keep going, Mick. You got this. Yeah.
No, I just wanted the customers to know I was back at work so I could get... Well, what it was, I was sat there and I thought, it's a bit quiet today. I haven't been here for 2 weeks and nobody covers me when I'm not there. So everybody will still think, oh, well, he's either packed up on a Sunday or whatever. And I'm sat there for ages thinking his phone's not ringing. Then when I looked, I took the divert off it and it hadn't come off properly. So there was nobody could get hold of it. Anyway, I picked somebody up off the rank and took them somewhere. And the next one that rang up was £100 job. So it's a good job I got it going. So I went from a Spanish seaside to an English seaside. Yes, it's a place called Mablethorpe. And the two aren't related in any way, shape or form. Chat's gone to sleep, sadly. I think they're just listening to us jabbering away.
Well,
so, have you? What about your YouTube career then? Are you going to start? Are you really into it again, or are you just happy to?
No, I just my YouTube career is watching YouTube.
Especially now you got premium.
No, actually, it doesn't make it. It's not any different because before I had the ad blocker thing, and then they kind of funkied up that thing for a while. I got the other one, which it worked some, but then once I wanted to put the TV on so she could watch and do whatever else, I thought, the best thing to do is just it's like $15-$20.
Yeah, I've obviously got 2 channels and I have it on both of mine. I've never seen an advert. I've got. I actually made one for the advocacy group that we all formed, but we don't really do a lot in because it doesn't seem like we need to now because they forgot to vote the thing in before the closed Parliament. And when you actually click onto that one just for a second, there's a lot of adverts, isn't there? There is a lot of adverts. You're trying to watch.
I don't know. I haven't really I haven't seen adverts in a long time because, like I said, I had the other before this, so it's really. I haven't
Yeah.
I haven't had advertisements on YouTube and shit probably 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. If you're actually forced to get, I mean, I must have had premiums for about the same amount of time, but if you're actually forced to watch them, they're especially on big reviewers where they've got them every 5 minutes, and you have got to watch the full advert, and it drives you bloody insane, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I said, what had happened with me was I was fine because I had the ad blocker.
Yeah.
But then when I put it on the other one, I couldn't get that on the TV the way I wanted to. So
No.
I thought, I'll just get it. And that way she's got the TV in there, and then her computer and the TV, and I've set that up on her account.
Yeah. So it's done. I've got it set up on.
But when I first set it up, I made the mistake of setting it up on my account. And so what ended up happening is I was going down through the list for her, not realizing it was on my account. So I'm clicking that I want to watch family this, or I want to watch this shit that she watches. So the next thing I know, I start getting this shit where it's like giving me these advertisements for cartoons for kids that are like 6 years old or something. I'm like, what the hell am I getting here? And so I'm just saying, don't recommend channel. And I'm thinking, where the hell is this coming from? Then I realized, oh shit, I bet I set her account up with my stuff in there. So I had to go back in and change all that back out to get it all the hell back out of her. But I'm still getting something. There's some Japanese channels that I just, the third one down is always some foreign language that I can't understand at all. And I'm just like, don't recommend it. And it still does it. And shit. And I don't know where I'm getting it because I've got English for my language preference.
I wonder if you haven't subscribed to one by accident, have you?
No, nothing I know of.
Yeah. I watch a lot of car restoration things now. There's a guy, I just found him. I watched one of his things, and it was about a much older car, which doesn't interest me. And then I found him the other week, and he was doing a Ford Capri that had been stood for 21 years. And he gets this Capri back, and he does welding and everything, and he's got it. The final one's coming up this Friday, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's only a 1.6 laser, I think they called the model. It was a pretty basic model, but he's got it from scrap to, and he doesn't do them pristine. It just does them sort of workable. It keeps them sort of somewhere near the range. No, we're not back. Not on a Monday. No, we're not bringing the team back together. We just do a one-off every now and again with me and Bill.
Yeah, we'll hit one here, hit one
there.
Yeah. See how it works. But summertime it's crazy because basically summertime, oddly enough, because it's 4:00 in the afternoon, I'm usually golfing early morning, so I'm actually more inclined to be home by the time the 4:00. So everybody was thinking wintertime, you're not going to golf. Well, wintertime, we still golf, but we don't go out until 11 or 12 o'clock.
Right.
We don't get done till 3 or 4, so then I'm not really done in time. So
sometimes it's a bit difficult though. You get like with me, obviously, with what's happening with Lou, there's a lot of stress on, and sometimes to actually to come on and be happy and try and put something into a 60-minute show or something like that. When you've got you're trying to, it feels sometimes as if you're trying to force content out.
Yeah, because we don't have, obviously, you all watched the show, so you realize we have no format or any content or anything before we start. We just flip on the cameras and start talking. So we don't, sometimes it's difficult depending on your mental state as to whether or not you just flip on the thing and start talking about that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I suppose it was a little bit easy, like when Vapresso sending stuff out, you've got a lot more to talk about as new stuff's coming out.
Yeah, when you're getting, the other thing is when we first started it, well, then vaping was kind of still going fairly well in the U.S. It's going here, it's going there, and there was new shiny stuff coming out. You were getting things, you were talking about things you were doing, and then that kind of all laid down a little.
Yeah.
And then it just become, like I said, I haven't ordered or looked at or done anything vape-wise other than just picking up some coils. And, I don't know what I think the last thing I got was the P tank. Yeah, if I remember right.
Did you see this that I bought? The Hammer of God. It's the Shinobi one.
Yeah.
And I bought that amazing massive tank that I hardly ever use, but I haven't been using this, obviously, because I've had a sort of a lung problem. Not a lung problem, but just a virus or something like that. But that's 4 18650s. And then it's got that 39mm tank on the top.
How much does that tank hold?
I'm not sure. Apparently, you can get a bubble glass for it, though.
I was going to say, put a bubble glass on that, and it's like, it holds 30 mil. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I haven't used it a lot, to be honest, because I've only owned it 3 weeks, and 2 weeks of that I've had this bloody awful cough thing. But I was lucky enough. I met Brent at the Vapor Expo, and he gave me this. That's obviously the Atty stand, and that's the. I took the bloody thing out of there. What did they call that? I can never remember what they call that. Bloody RDA. And I got the Storm version, if you remember, the Vapors Cloud thingy. And I snapped the side of the thing. So he actually sold these, and I said, I'd love one of them. And he said, well, just have one. And then, so he gave me that, and he gave me the Atty stand. And then he said, I've got a load of coils here that I want you to use. So he gave me about 15 sets of coils as well. Bearded Viking Customs stuff. And they're really, he's one of them guys. He used to be a model. He's a good-looking man. But he even puts the coils in the pots. So when you open the pots, the coils pop up in the bag. He thinks about absolutely everything, you know what I mean? And they are really good coils as well. They're nice, really well made, and they come up at the ends that they're supposed to, what it says on the side of the thing. It's the Asgard, that's right. It don't hold 2 mil, surely not. It don't hold 2 mil. Well, yeah, maybe it does. It doesn't hold 2 mil.
Big metal.
Yeah, it doesn't hold 2 mil. Does it?
Nicky
Does it
Maynard
really?
said that he heard they're cheaper on e-cig 1, but don't tell Mick.
Me and Nicky Maynard don't speak anymore because of that. He's the only member that we don't tell him we love him. I actually met Nicky at the expo.
But you don't know it because Hanky didn't tell you.
I went and bought that. That was £157. And when I sat down, I said, I've just bought this. They said, how much was it? It said £157. They said there were 109 on e-cig 1 at the time. And I bought that at expo. And I went, bloody hell.
Yeah, thought, the experience of being right there and having it.
The experience in getting your leg lifted.
As soon as you bought it, to be able to touch it and have it in your hands.
Yeah.
That's worth 40 quid.
To be really honest, I'd rather be touching the 40 quid right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was another one we met at Expo. Lovely guy, Nicky Maynard. It's nice to put faces to words, and you just realise that these people are just the same as what you are, and they're really, really good fun. They really are. We got sat with Victor. He didn't buy me a pint again. Yeah, they're not just little bits of type.
Bots that were talking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I've met Cloud Chucker a few times now. I met Steve a couple of times. But I say it's just nice to sit down and have a laugh with each other. I worked with a guy who bought a Pontiac Firebird, an early 80s model. Took him 2 years to restore. 2 weeks after he started driving, and hit a deer. And oh no, that must be so sick. Sickening, not sick.
Back in the 70s, I had I had bought, just as I don't really even know, to be honest with you, why I bought the damn car. I didn't need it. I already had a car. And I was, basically, and my wife at the time had a car. And then I had this Volkswagen Beetle Bug that was a 1960 model that I bought for $300 or something like that. So I bought this thing, and it ran. It was fine, but it was, a little clunky or whatever else. And there used to be a bar that I went to after I got off work, and I was in there one night, and the guy said, I'm trying to find a fairly inexpensive car. My daughter's getting ready to graduate school, and I'm going to get her a car and get it fixed up and do whatever else. And I said, well, I've got this. And he's like, well, that would be perfect. And I was like, he said, how much you want for it? And I said, well, I paid $300. And he said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you your $300 back. I was like, okay, fine. So he bought it. Well, he had people that he knew that worked at this vocational school. And one of the teachers there, one of the things that they taught people was how to restore vehicles. That was what they went to school for. Yep. So he took this thing down there. All he had to do was just buy the material. And they used the students in the school to put the thing, and they put the interior, white interior in it, painted it candy apple red, all new, set this thing up really nice and everything. And she Gets done with school. He gives her the car. The second day she's out, she's driving, and a garbage truck hits it and demolishes and totals the
Oh,
car.
no. That's so sad, isn't it? That was designed by Adolf Hitler, wasn't it? Or Hitler had it designed, that Volkswagen Bug. And other stores...
This was in 1960. It had the only gauge instrument it had on the
big one in the middle
panel was just your speedometer. That was it. You had no gauges to tell you how much gas you had, how much anything else you had. You had it comes with a little stick thing that you put down in, and then you would pull it up and see where it was wet on that to find out how much gas you had left.
Wow.
And then in the center, there was a little lever. And it was kind of like a motorcycle where if you ran out of gas, you could flip that lever and you get another gallon. You know, that would get you to a store or wherever a gas station was so that you could get more gas. So you'd flip that lever over if you ran out and it'd give you another gallon of gas and you'd go and get whatever. It had no radio. It had no anything. It had no crankback sunroof that would go back on the top.
Yeah.
And we set this thing on fire because the battery was under the seat in the back.
Yeah,
and I had two buddies in there, and they sat on that and the springs and how much they weighed. They pushed the thing down, and it was touching the things on the battery. Cut the back seat on fire.
Wow! I do. Anky's going. Good night, Steve. Nice to see you, mate. I do remember him because I say if you look, the Volkswagen Beetle, as they used to call them, I think they called them the Bug in America, but it
was a Beetle.
The designs was something to do with World War II and something to do with Adolf Hitler. They wanted a car for the people, and that's what they sort of came up with. So the original ones. But if you had that 1961 now and it was in a reasonable condition, it would be worth a bloody fortune. As all these cars are, aren't they? Because there's a lot of cars I took to the scrapyard which would be worth a fortune now.
Yeah.
You know,
I got rid of. I had a 1966 Ford Fairlane. That I had back in the 80s, actually. And I sold it to a guy in Germany. I think I told you about it before. He bought it, came over, got it, put it on a ship, took it back to Germany, then parked it on some road that was up on a mountain type deal with a castle in the background and sent me a picture back of the car.
Wow. Yeah, because he exported it. You know, you sometimes...
I sold it on eBay. I sold the car on eBay. He came from Germany over to here. He was visiting. He had people that were up in northern Kentucky. He came over here to visit them, then came down to my house. We went and did all the paperwork at the county clerks. She took the thing, drove it back to Baltimore, and they put it on a ship and shipped it to Germany.
Christ. I wonder how much it cost you to ship a car and how long it would take you.
At that time, I don't know. I think thinking I sold that thing, I think it was $5,000.
Was it?
That's what I got out of it. Yeah. That was just what I got out of it. That wasn't what I don't know how much it cost him to ship it, but that was what he paid for the car. So I don't know how much more he put into it to do all the other stuff. Scuba.
Good evening.
I think he had to change his name from Scuba to Flyer.
Yeah, he
doesn't Scuba anymore. He flies now.
What could we call him? I don't know what we could be calling him.
Yeah.
He needs one of those flying hats, doesn't he?
We could call him Icarus.
That isn't about me taking selfies on holiday.
I saw that selfie. I was a little scared, actually, to be honest with you. It was like, oh my God, that looks rough.
My wife didn't understand it for a start. I don't know what she thought. I was after attention of people on Facebook or something like that. I was like, no, I said, you don't really get it, do you? She said, what do you mean? I said, the thing that we're short of in our family at the minute is having a really good laugh. You know, we've got loads and loads of things going on and we're all sort of trying to get through it. And I said, we forgot how to laugh sometimes. And it made people laugh, so it made me laugh. You know, but everybody, Ricky Gervais is quite famous for it. He gets in the bath and shoves his head down like that. And a lot of people thought it was hilarious. And so did I. I thought it was really hilarious.
Did I lose you or did your voice go?
Hang on 1 second.
What happened to your voice? You just dropped voice or something.
Yeah, 1 second.
Flying fish? I don't know. Maybe they can't hear me either, so I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to do a thing on a name scuba. Yeah.
Has it come back now?
Yeah, there you go. Now
Yeah, I've got a faulty connection.
Yeah, you do. But I've always known that about you, Mick. I just never mentioned it. Okay?
Well, it was. The mic cable hangs down underneath the desk, and I've just caught it with my foot. And it's where it fits into the FET head.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a buzzing gone now, everybody.
I don't have a buzzing. You know, I never had a buzzing. I just couldn't hardly hear you.
Yeah, it's. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to buy another mic wire, I think. It's where the FET head fits into it. I'll have to put the FET head in here and plug it in that way.
Either that or keep your damn big feet from getting on the wires. You might be all right too. You know,
the wire was a little bit long when I bought it, to be really honest. I ended up getting a massively long wire, and it was never any problem with the Phantom, but with the other FET head. Has the buzzing gone away? Yeah, all good. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to put some tape around it or something. James, good evening. Nice to see you. Yeah, it hangs down from the thing, and I just noticed it because it goes 3/4 of the way across on the microphone thing. And that's
you were just talking along, and all of a sudden you went down to.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah. It takes all the volume away. That's why I initially sent off the Mcaster. So I was expecting them to send it back from the manufacturers and say there's nothing wrong with it. But they didn't. They sent a new one. Whether they just thought, I can't be asked to mess about with it. Yeah, we should be all right now. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something about that. I'm going to have to move that connection from there to somewhere else. But it's a massively long wire. Unless I actually stick it in the top of the microphone and do it that way, because it's the connection for the FET head going in. If you get hold of it, that's what I was doing. I was trying to feed the wire up, and for some reason it don't fit. But I never had any problem with the other one. I sound lovely, thank you very much. Yeah, so it's a faulty connection. Believe it or not, I had the problem with it, and then I was talking to AJ from I don't know, I can't remember the name of the channel.
Super glue it. Just stick it in there, super glue it in, it won't come out.
Yeah, the only problem is with that, when the actual mic wire goes, I've got to buy a 50 quid FET head.
Gotta get some super glue cleaner.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Pete and AJ from, I can't think of the name of they do all the, they've got 100,000 subscribers. And it was AJ who said, that problem with your mic, I said, it's nothing to do with the audio box. He said, that's a lead. And I said, I don't know, I've sent it off now.
I was a little confused with the spoon lady also. Exactly what the hell was that deal?
What spoon lady?
When you put something up for the show, you had put, here's the thing for the spoon lady, and I clicked on it. It took me to this spoon lady's YouTube show that plays spoons.
Really?
Yeah.
When was that?
She was talking about how people, what was it she was talking about? When I first clicked on there, the first thing that she was saying was something about a lot of people give her crap because she talks and she doesn't have any teeth or something like that. I was like, what the hell's Mick doing
Oh,
here?
yeah, that's that woman. That woman is so funny.
Is it the spoon lady?
There is one woman that she's got a particularly good, a fairly good voice, but she's got no teeth. And she starts singing, and all of a sudden she sings, I can't think what song it was. And then she pops the old microphone round and drops the guts, and then I don't know. I don't know either, but you know, that one today was it?
It was today because I clicked. I think it was on the other when
we were getting ready
to go live. I think it was down in the bottom where it was like the stream and everything, and then you had a link to it in there.
Well, what it was,
and I clicked on the link, and it took me to this spoon lady's YouTube channel.
There you go. Make sure you subscribe and like it.
But she had quite a few. I think she was up 150 or 200,000 subs.
I can't remember what I actually did though. I went back and I used an old stream and just refreshed the old stream, so I can't even remember myself. I don't even know why I would do that, to be honest.
Let me see if I can find the thing back there again. Where did I get it?
Go on, play the spoon lady. I can't share it, so you'll have to.
Back to the old show. I would have to go back to
click the link, Bill.
Show.
Click the link. Show everybody.
Find the link where it says. Here it is. On the old show, it says you can find the spoon lady here. at Spoon Lady, and you click it,
Yep.
and it brings up.
Share the screen. Show the spoon lady. She needs to be shown. That's probably a good idea, Matt, to be honest.
So let's see here. If I do share screen 2.
Yes, duct tape.
Spoon Lady.
Just imagine the last wrap of the duct tape there and it starts buzzing. Wow.
So if I do this, does that share it? There she is.
Oh, I'm going to have to turn. Hang on, let me have a look. I might have to change screens. Just 1 second.
I don't have the sound on.
No, do it again and then.
I've got the sound off, but.
Oh, hang on.
So yeah, it was weird. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was really strange. That's all I know. So
now switch.
I was like, what the heck is he doing?
Wrong one. I was trying to get rid of the thing so you could show her, but anyway, just put the link in the thing. Put a link in the thing.
I can put the link in the description. Here is the Spoon Lady.
It's Anki and Drag. I don't know. I've seen Anki and Drag. The funniest thing was when he says, "Guess what?" And he came. He said, "I've left all those clothes in the thing hung on the bedstead." At the thing. There you go. Have a look at it. Don't look at it now, obviously, because we need your attention here.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go anyhow. It's like we've
yeah, you've had your 10 minutes back. You've had your
10.
You've had your extra 10 back. It's been lovely to speak to you again, but anyway, we'll have a bit of a thing. We could pop the Zoom room in if you want. Do you reckon? Or you got to go?
Yeah, we're fine. No, I'll hang around for a little while. Yeah.
Do you want to pop the Zoom room link in there?
Isn't it the same Zoom room?
Yeah, but you'll have to put the link in.
I don't know where I'm going to get the link at, to be honest.
The shield at the top left-hand corner, is it?
All right. So there. So invite link. Huh?
Invite link, yeah. Just put that in. If you
name link.
If you just click that and put it in the chat, and then I'll delete it out afterwards.
Well,
so
I can't get it to copy paste. It won't do it. Oh, copy link. Duh.
So if anybody want to pop in and have a bit of time with us.
No left-handed people, though.
No left-handed people. I'm going to crack a beer in a minute, so we'll just have a bit of a laugh if you want.
Now, wait a second. How did I get back to the Spoon Lady when I was watching?
You just put the Spoon Lady on. No, you haven't. You put the Zoom link in. So there's the Zoom link if you want to click it when we've done the outro.
Did you?
What?
How did I lose the show? I've lost the show.
Click on the Zoom thing at the bottom.
I got it. There we go.
Yeah.
Now I got it back. Okay.
Right, there we go. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming in and watching all this stuff and listening to the buzzing and having false starts and all the other stuff that we seem to manage to be able to do nowadays.
And the Spoon Lady.
and the Spoon Lady.
And she's going to wonder where all these people are hitting her show from. And she's going to be like,
Just, if you do watch the Spoon Lady, tell her that Bill sent you.
Yeah.
Catch you soon, everybody. Not sure when.